It's coffee. It's comics. It's music. It's Nerds on Coffee.
Wow, what is up, New York City? We are here at Invite Only Studios on the, what is this, Midtown West?
Yeah.
Midtown West.
Yeah, we're on 7th.
Kyle is, 7 shows into a tour?
Yeah, 8. Something like that.
He is now had a blood transfusion from blood to coffee.
Yeah.
He went.
That's right.
He went from starting this podcast and never drinking a cup of coffee to needing 5 a day now.
Yeah. I thought about getting another one, but I haven't had dinner yet, and I don't want to get the fucking shakes, man.
But we have a really special guest today. Good old pal of mine.
What do you mean by special, though?
Oh, you're super special.
Like, we're going to have to, walk around with you to make sure you're okay.
Yeah.
Okay, because I was going to... Yeah, that's the kind of special that I am.
Yeah, we have to put your shoes on and tie them for you. Actually, last night when we were hanging out, you wore shoes without laces for that reason.
That's why. Same thing today.
Got bands on today, man.
But we got Maxwell from Z100 on today.
Hey, what's up? Thanks for having me,
Z100.
guys.
Yeah, dude, thanks for making the time to come
Hell
out.
yeah. Yeah,
So-
get it right. I do a lot of stuff, dude.
Oh,
so
I
it's
mean,
not just,
you are the master of on-air personality.
I'm trying to be the Black Ryan Seacrest.
I think that you are the Black Ryan Seacrest.
Yeah,
have you seen
bro.
the previews for Fate of the Furious, the new...
I have.
So you know when...
the Hobbs and...
so when they say, oh, wow, he's Black Superman...
Oh, you thinking me?
Yeah, exactly.
Hell yeah, dude. I'm down with that shit, dude. Anything that puts me close to Idris Elba, yeah, man. I'm with that.
Yeah.
That's
the
the
only-
best line of the movie. He says, I'm Black Superman.
Right.
And then 10 seconds later, some shit goes down, and you see The Rock going, he is Black Superman.
Oh, yeah. For me, the only difference is he's got the accent. But that's it. But that's all right. But you can fake that. Nobody
I can
knows.
fake. Well, yeah. Well, kind of. I suck at accents and impersonations.
Oh, really?
Yeah. No, dude, I'm.
You know what you sound like, though? You sound like the voice from Blue's Clues.
Are we gonna talk about that, man? You really? Wow.
Man, that could have been more of a dick transition.
That's what I say.
I mean,
Good
Max,
Lord.
we gave you minimal, prep in the elevator to this.
Yeah.
Have you listened to any of the episodes?
Can I be 100% transparent?
Which means you haven't.
Yeah, I've listened maybe 15 seconds.
Well, but that's how we know that you haven't listened, because
Yeah.
you're in this room.
yeah.
Right. Because if you had, you'd have been like, I'm out.
I'm done.
I'm out, man.
True words have never been spoken. Hell yeah, dude. Nah, anything for you though, bro. You guys are your family. You guys are family.
But yeah, no, we literally... Kyle tries to find the line early in a recording, and
way
then
early.
loves to go as far right as humanly possible.
Whatever, dude. I'm here to babble, dude. Let's just
That's
get
what's
into
up.
it. Whatever. Dog.
Have you
know what
seen Endgame yet?
I mean? Have I, bro? Yes.
Okay,
Oh, for
well,
sure,
we
for
have
sure.
Adam Gable in here, who's my college roommate in the place I stay at. You need to get the fuck out if you don't want this movie ruined in about 5 seconds.
Yeah, leave now. Yeah, does the door lock from the outside? Okay, I was gonna say. I was about,
And
wow.
don't ruin anything about Game of Thrones.
He said don't ruin anything. Okay, she dies at the end. Oh, damn.
End Game of Thrones.
Okay, so first and foremost, fucking amazing movie.
Yeah,
Dude,
oh,
it's so good.
No joke,
it was just
dude.
such a well-told story. I mean, and you couldn't have done that without doing what Marvel's done for the past decade.
No, for
no
sure.
one could do that. No one's gonna be able to touch that.
It's one of those flicks where, everybody was, and I'm not even lying, dude, I was a little bit suspect that I was going to have to get up and pee and be stuck No, dude,
Same.
that 3-something hours ripped by so fast.
Oh, dude,
I
I got
peed
to the
twice,
end of it, I was
though.
like, oh my god.
Oh, you got
yeah,
you
you
got to
gotta-
pee twice?
I had to.
How? Why?
I have a small bladder.
Dude, you suck, man.
I did too, man.
But I also was an idiot and bought one of the extra large Diet Cokes.
Yeah.
And I was fucked.
The medium size now. Yo, have you noticed how fucking huge
That shit
sodas
is
are at the-
wild.
dude.
Yeah.
They hand you a 2-liter. You're like, can I get a regular size Coke? They hand you a 2-liter.
I go Farva only asks for a liter. I
Yeah,
don't
right.
need a second one.
Right, and they're fucking you on price because the smaller ones you're getting fucked on price because you go, hey, can I get a regular? And they're like, well, the regular is 20 ounces, but it's only 9 cents more for the large, which is 179 ounces.
That's the
You're like,
Jew
oh,
in me. That's why I
shit,
get
yes.
it.
That's
Yeah, you're
why
like,
you get- that's why you
this is a
understand.
good deal. It's not a good deal if you don't need it.
No,
It's not. Like,
did you? I found an app before. I planned it out right though, but I didn't have to use the bathroom first off. But
I'm
there's
really
I think
proud
it was
of
like runpee.com or prun. There's an app, bro, that tells you
What?
the best moments to go piss during this flick, so that way you don't miss.
That's fucking brilliant.
Oh my god!
I mean,
dude.
I also know the Marvel Universe well enough to know
Right.
when
Yeah.
I could go piss.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
You cut
And-
the lulls.
Yeah, so basically, Yeah. So I knew the lulz. I didn't miss anything. Fat Thor was the greatest thing on earth.
Fat Thor was one of the funniest things on the planet.
Yeah, what was I was gonna ask? What did you guys think about Fat Thor?
I thought it was brilliant and dynamic because what they did was they took arguably one of the most powerful beings in the entire galaxy, and they brought him down to
humanity,
like a regular person,
a literally laughable level.
Yeah.
But then they still maintained such a good dynamic of having him be like, "Oh, well, you're still Thor, but like you're a fucking shell of a person right now, man." Like,
I loved it and the comedic relief and everything. There's one thing I wish they did, which would have made it perfect, like 100% perfect, is in that last scene where he calls in the thunder and the lightning. If he had taken his shirt off and just was like flabby, calls in the lightning, gets ripped.
I thought about that too, but I was just like, I don't know.
I think Matt just wants to see Thor with his shirt off.
Well,
That's
yes,
right.
for sure. I want to see Chris Hemsworth half naked, maybe even full naked,
Maybe full frontal.
But
All right, maybe.
the way that they were telling it, it felt very much like it was a metaphor rather than literal.
Okay.
That he was like fat, like it was a mental thing. So, being that he's a god and that he does use magic, I was hoping that as he gained his confidence back, he gained his body back. I was hoping that those had a parallel
I
to
didn't
each
think
other.
about that, but solid.
That would have been cool, but that's not that big of a deal.
The reference
If
to the
that's
Big
what
Lebowski
I'm
was super
complaining
sick to me.
about, the movie was fucking amazing.
That's the only part that you got that you're not happy with.
So we're all talking about how amazing it was. You're like, Thor was fat for too long. Fucking bullshit.
But that end scene where like the beard gets
the beard braided on its own. I was like,
Yeah.
oh shit,
That
that
was
shit is
legit.
dope.
Yeah.
No, I texted Matt.
fucking sick.
I texted Matt and I was like, I almost stood up whenever when Steve
Oh.
Rogers called Mjolnir and he got the hammer. I was like,
the hammer.
I almost stood up. I was like, oh. Like whenever that happened, I was like, oh my god. Like,
Yeah, I almost shed a tear. Not even gonna lie.
I did.
told you,
I
think
was
told you.
crying.
I cried a lot.
Yeah,
I cried a lot.
I held it together. I was. But,
you're better than
the
me.
The energy in the theater, like the theater that I went to go to, was so dope. I mean, like
it's amazing.
everybody was high fiving each other. I rode solo.
Me too. I went alone.
I went at midnight on Thursday
last.
last week.
Okay.
Got out at 3:15 and hopped on a 5 a.m. flight with the codes to a show.
Oh,
There you go, man.
God damn, dude, you're a savage. By the way, not to deviate too much from, I want to ask you, how do you deal with all this travel, bro? Because aren't you like gonna be on a flight in a couple of hours?
Tomorrow morning,
tomorrow
7
morning,
a.m.
Yeah.
And then
How
with
the hell
all the other shit that I do, the book and the label
Yeah.
and the codes,
Yeah.
I work better under pressure.
Okay.
That's the best way I can put it.
Do you sleep on airplanes?
Yeah, really
All right.
easily.
God.
Also, I'm just really, and Kyle knows this, insanely regimented with my time.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
But I sleep. But like, this is the thing that I tell everyone: the secret to doing as much as I do is not sleeping less. It's sleeping more and just being more poignant with your time.
When you're awake,
Yeah.
When you're awake, you're on.
Yeah.
Right. I deleted Facebook. I deleted Twitter, which I know you can't do those
can't
things
do
for
those
what
things.
you do.
Not at all.
But as a business guy, those are distractions. Those
Yeah.
are your business, right?
Yeah.
So it's different. But my personal page, I'm not a personality.
Yeah.
Right. So Joyce handles the Nerds on Coffee socials, the
Yeah.
Hero socials. So I only have an Instagram.
Okay, all right, yeah. That's what we're friends on IG, and that's why I always wondered about that. I was like, dude, how does Matt do it all? God, man, I don't know. I thought you were Fat Thor.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I do have Mjolnir on my arm.
Yeah, that's true.
You do.
I do.
Yeah,
I mean,
true.
Yeah, for sure,
so,
bro.
but yeah, it's just about being very, and also my mind works like a filing cabinet, so I can like jump between tasks.
Compartmentalize
Yeah.
things and
yeah, yeah.
Really easily, which is hard.
Dig it. All right. I was wondering that.
But going back, sorry, there's just three
Yeah, my
more things
bad.
I want to talk about with Avengers, then we can move on.
Oh, yeah.
One is the way in which they did Avengers Assemble.
Oh,
That was unbelievable.
I did stand up.
That's
that
the
was
part that got me on the edge of my seat.
unbelievable.
I was
Like,
freaking.
That was incredible.
We gotta be careful.
No, out.
Yeah.
We are I know. We are
We're
in the
still-
middle of spoiling Avengers.
Yeah, we're spoiling Avengers.
Get out.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
bought
door.
tickets. Sorry, Joyce came in to try to take social media photos. I love it. But she already paid money to go see it tomorrow, and I am not going to be that.
Don't be that dude.
I'm not going to be that devil
Yeah.
that ruins the movie for her.
Right.
Because I'm
Good
going
on
to
you.
go back and see it again tonight.
Well,
Yeah.
she tried to tell us to be like, I'll be fine. I'm like, you don't even know what you're
Right.
saying.
She
Like,
goes,
you don't even know.
I already know what's going to happen. The heroes
like-
are going to come back. They're going to save the day. I was like, you know nothing.
I'm like,
Nothing.
that is
Yeah.
that is at the bottom of the list
That's
of
what I'm
things
saying.
that
You
are
can
surprises about that movie.
That's like saying I know what's gonna happen on Christmas morning. Like Santa Claus is gonna, like but
Yeah, it's
you
like,
know
well,
nothing.
there's gonna be presents. I'm like, you don't even know what's in
Yeah.
that box, girl. Like,
You have no idea. You have no idea. All right, so back what you were saying, Matt.
So,
for sure.
Avengers Assemble, I've waited 10 years for them to say it.
Yeah.
Because they've never said that.
they've never said it.
They've never said it.
Yo, and I'll tell you, that's one of the things that I didn't realize because I'll be first to admit I'm not a full fledged like in the comics of it. I haven't
sure.
really
Yeah,
lived
yeah.
that part of it. So
Sure.
when Matt yesterday at the show was telling me like, yo, that was the first time that he actually said that. And that even sent chills down my spine when I was thinking about it.
You
Because
finally got all the lines. You finally
all.
got the I am Iron Man
yes,
line.
I'm Iron Man.
You finally
Yep.
got that. You finally got Avengers
Well,
Assemble.
you got that
Like,
second, because I Am Iron Man was the
Was like the
last
very
line of the
last line
first movie.
Oh,
the
yeah,
first
yeah, yeah.
Iron. But still, that
But
was
it
so
bookended
good.
it.
Oh
Yeah.
God, it was so good.
So
yeah,
sick,
that's true.
dude. So sick. So who was? Gosh, man.
There was one line that they didn't say, and I don't know where he would have, but I was really hoping for a Wakanda Forever.
That's what I was gonna. Yeah, we did have that chat.
Well, we got that in.
I
we got that
know,
in,
but
Black
like,
Panther.
Infinity War though.
like if he was going to Bombay and then he goes Wakanda Forever, and then he said Avengers Assemble,
Right.
I would have died.
Like you would have busted
That
your
would've been
pants.
like,
yeah,
oh my God.
for sure.
Like, that's like the equivalent of like a gangbang and everyone coming at the same time. Like everyone just finishes at the same time. You're like, we need to clean this up now.
This guy's over here talking about an Avengers Bukkake. It's like, oh my god. Oh my god.
That's
Well,
amazing.
now
Infinity
we-
wank.
Now we know that there's a hole in the bottom of his bucket of popcorn.
End bang. End bang.
Oh my god.
Oh my
Oh my
god.
god. You know, Kyle, that at least one of our listeners is gonna go make that porno now.
I know.
They probably already had. They probably
Yeah.
already made that, man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
we
don't
have
know.
really weird listeners.
No, I mean, do we at least get like a percentage if they do create that movie?
Kyle?
I don't know, intellectual property, man. I
Yeah,
don't know. Into sexual property.
Oh my god.
Oh,
my God.
I just want to ask one question because there is a major plot hole to the movie.
Yes.
That I don't care about because the movie is great. But the major plot hole is that throughout the whole movie, they're talking about time travel and how timelines are linear to their own timeline.
Right.
Yeah.
And then the Ancient One explains how that works with deviant timelines and how if the stones were not returned, their timeline would be ruined, right?
Yes.
But Iron Man kills 2012 Thanos. So that means 2012 timeline in the future does not have a Thanos, which means Ronan does not work for Thanos, which means Ronan does not get the Power Stone, which means Peter Quill in that timeline does not become half god.
Yeah, he doesn't become Star-Lord.
He doesn't become
becomes
Star-Lord. Loki took the Space Stone and
he took
disappeared with it.
Yeah, well, I mean, he took the Tesseract back to Asgard, and like all this happened in the 2012 timeline. Yeah, and so like, yeah, and so it's like
That timeline's
So,
way
that
different
timeline is-
universe.
Yeah, well, okay, so here's where I would explain out of that plot hole. Like, yeah, that they never said that like it would be perfect. They were just like, well, okay, we'll try and we'll do that, but like it's totally an option to just fuck that timeline
Yeah,
up
I
and be
guess,
like, all right,
yeah.
cool, it's not ours. Like,
Yeah,
and
we're not
like,
there anymore.
Yeah,
It's like,
I think
sucks to be you guys.
It's just like, come on, man. Like, what do you stop living in the past? Like, God, what is this? 2012? God, fuck
Yeah,
off.
what if they did? Yeah, what if they just fuck it all up and just dipped out and just like, all right,
Dude, I
guys
was
just have that?
really nervous during the movie because I honestly thought that there was a chance that they were.
is that you load up?
That's not me.
That's not me either.
No, what the hell is that? Yo, is that outside?
Is it? Oh, it might be in my bag.
is wet bag?
Oh, it's in your bag.
My bag, yeah.
Yeah.
Just
All right. Oh, good. I mean, whatever, dude.
I hear
Just
it
know that
also.
you're popular.
It's not good, man. Fuck it, we'll do it
whatever.
live.
Yeah, you got
It's
it.
off.
okay.
Yeah,
Whatever,
it's
man.
off now. But
Fucking
well,
people calling me.
Yeah,
It was me.
It was
But when-
2012. Your timeline is fucked up, bro. Way to go. Way to go. Way to go. No, but
But
yeah.
no, I was really scared. Like, because of how Infinity War ended, I was not above the Russo brothers saying, fuck all of you.
Right.
And resetting the whole universe by Thanos, by 2012 Thanos being like, I'm going to reset the universe and create half the life, and they'll just never know that this other timeline existed, I thought that there was a chance that the Spider-Man movie was in that timeline.
Oh, yeah. And so
God.
A Far From Home is like, oh yeah, that's a real fear.
That was a real fear that happened during the movie for me.
No,
Damn,
totally.
dude.
Because even up until like the last 5 minutes of the movie, you're like,
Yeah.
okay, where are we going? What's going on?
Yeah, I kind of thought the same thing. I'm like, all right, so
I love
where
that, though.
where do I have to make sure that I focus my?
I was not sure that they were gonna get out of that
Dude, nonetheless, $1.24
billion dollars.
So
is
somebody
double.
got that shit right, dude.
Double the
Unbelievable.
old number one, which was Infinity War.
That's
for
crazy.
opening
So
weekend.
that like literally, like honestly, that's one of the best movies I've ever seen, just in terms of like story arc,
Yeah.
character,
R.I.P. Scarlett Johansson.
like everything.
Love you.
Yeah, but she popped in
Yes.
for a little bit. You know what I mean? They had.
I think that they did her death a disjustice.
You think so?
No, that's a huge thing online right now.
Oh well, I mean, like it suits the nature of her character though, so it's not out of character. For
Well, no,
her.
they said that they don't think that the Avengers mourned her enough.
long enough.
Oh,
Like they glossed, like the Avengers
yeah.
glossed over it.
Man, there's people that don't think that
super-
chocolate is chocolatey enough,
yeah.
dude. Somebody's gonna
The
find
super
something
fans are always
to-
gonna find something to bitch about.
somebody's gonna
Exactly.
find something to bitch
No,
about.
for sure.
You
for
can
sure.
never make a perfect
Yeah.
piece of art for a
All right, you
super
gotta-
fan of
it's
that
ringing
art.
again.
Yo, you're just popular, bro.
Is it?
Yeah.
What
It's in the
pouch is it
main pocket.
Main pocket is back. Yo, by the way, dude, your Toomey game is fire, bro.
Hopefully it's mine. Make sure it's mine and it's not some other phone in here.
Yeah, I mean, I promise. Mine is off. Yeah, like I
You just
want
keep getting you just keep getting text messages. Oh, Ilya called you 2 minutes
Yeah,
ago.
idiot. Just
Yeah,
turn that off.
Oh, okay.
Right, ring
Turn
your-
that shit
ring
off.
your silent.
Fuck
Can I
those fuckers.
text him and tell him to fuck off?
Yeah, you tell everyone to fuck off that calls me. The only people I care about are in this room right now. Everyone else can fuck off.
Exactly right.
Wow, dude. I love you, bro.
Love you too.
Thank you, man.
You're my world, bro.
You're
That's my favorite. That's my favorite thing. Logan and I say that all the time. Like, there's this joke. That's like, these two dudes are walking. He's like, "Yo, man, I need to pee," and he was like, "Dude, you can pee." You can pee anywhere in the whole world. And then he looks at him. He's like, "All right, bro, open your mouth." And he goes, "What, bro?" And he goes, "Bro, you're my world, bro." And Logan and I say that like every day. It's so weird.
Next time I just randomly see him again and we talking, I'm gonna just sprinkle that in.
Oh, just be like, "You're my world, bro."
I'm not
He'll
gonna-
lose it,
yeah, he's
dude.
gonna lose it.
He'll
All right.
fucking lose
I'm
it.
gonna hold that nugget.
How is Black Widow getting her own solo movie that is slated?
Oh,
What do you
think?
mean?
She's getting a movie.
how's it
Did you
gonna
not
come
know
together?
that? It's already signed. Director, everything. Scarlett Johansson signed on. Coming out 2020.
Wow.
There you go. Well, then, well, you know, from Infinity War, we also, like, it was speculative since the movie came out that, like, Gamora didn't really die, that she went into the Soul Stone, and so her existence was just transferred. And so, like,
Well, but there's a
maybe
new Gamora.
way-
But there's a new Gamora. She's dead.
well, now, yeah, but I'm just saying,
I
like,
think it'd be the other major plot hole with Endgame
Oh, it
that
could be-
people talk about
uh-huh.
is that if 2012 Gamora came into 2019, why the fuck did the smartest, arguably the second smartest person in reality, Professor Hulk, not know to do the same thing for Scarlett Johansson for Black Widow?
Oh, so
That was a big plot hole because remember Hulk says at the end, "I tried everything."
So how did he miss
Right.
out? Like, did he not?
Right, when
did
he's
he
supposed to
know
be
and
the
he
smartest.
didn't do it on purpose.
well, but he didn't know that at the time, because whenever he did the original snap,
No.
everyone from, like,
No, but after he did the snap and after it's established that Gamora
Yeah.
from 2012 stayed in 2019,
Right.
there's a scene where Hulk is talking to Rogers
right,
and he
right.
goes, "I tried everything when I had the gauntlet."
Right.
But he, at that moment, what should have happened is he should have been like, maybe we can go back in time and get her.
yeah.
At least it would have left the door open.
No, sure.
Maybe that's what the Black Widow movie is, that they realize that they can do a time heist and grab
Maybe
an older form of
It
Black
could-
Widow.
I mean, we haven't been given a drip of information about that movie. It could be an origin story. Like, we
I
don't
don't
know.
think they would do that.
I don't think they would do that
I
either.
would cry
So
too
not-
much if she was dead already.
Yeah, because we all know how this is going to end, guys.
Yeah, I know the
You already
ending.
know-
What's
yeah,
the
you know what
point?
it is.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
that'd be
amazing.
That'd be whack.
Nah, it was fantastic though, man. Like, I want to watch it again. I just need to give myself an emotional break.
I think I'm gonna go tonight. I'm psyching myself up for that.
How? Yeah, man.
AMC A-list stubs, $23 a month, unlimited movies at any AMC theater.
Oh, serious?
Yeah, you got to get on that.
Wow, dude. I don't know if I have enough in my heart to go through that again, bro.
Nah, no, that's what I'm saying. It's like, I gotta take a fucking break.
I gotta take a break.
I texted my wife and she was like, "How was it?" And I was like, I cried loudly.
Yeah, I'm like,
I didn't cry. I cried loudly.
Really?
Yes. Like to the point that the dude next to me kind of shuffled and looked over, and I was like, "Shut up, you're crying."
Did you know that Brie Larson filmed her part in Endgame without knowing what her powers were?
Oh, that's amazing.
damn.
Yeah, because they filmed
That's a
it
skill.
before Captain Marvel. Hey, you want to just...
holy crap. Oh, we rolled it up. There we go. Oh,
damn it. What's the studio password?
Yeah, we don't say what the studio password is.
Oh, yeah,
on the
I mean,
thing.
we'll give it. I don't care.
Yeah, we'll give it out to everybody.
Yeah, do you not have Pat's number?
No, I don't have Pat's number.
Oh, there's Doc.
I mean, we got it.
Hey!
Come on in, dog.
Hey, what's the studio password?
Screensaver popped on.
What's the password for... Yeah, because Pro Tools is still running.
Just want to make sure that we're not.
Yeah.
We got Doc, knows music.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
Oh, shit!
Look at that.
Fucking CIA up in here, man.
Right.
Yeah.
Thanos snapped
That
shit
is a
back to
legend
life.
right there, walking in
Hey,
and out of the...
you want to yell at Joyce so she can come and run socials now?
Yeah, you want it now?
Yes, you can. Let's
Yeah,
go.
sure. Thank you. Yeah,
man.
we're not going to ruin the movie anymore.
I'm gonna ruin the movie right the
Doc's
second
us.
she comes in. I'm gonna.
That is
I
so-
got it.
Let's
I
do
know.
it.
Doc's a fucking legend. For those of you that don't know,
Yeah.
we're gonna have him on a later episode. We're in his studio right now in New York, invite only. We'll talk more about that later. But
This place is sick, by the way.
it's super tight. It's almost done. They're almost done.
Dude.
They're in like the final stages. So
I can't wait.
for those listening, we're in a studio in New York, south of Manhattan, obviously.
Next to a Whole Foods.
Next to a Whole Foods. Next to a Whole Foods. That's what's up.
What up, Joyce?
No,
very
it's
important.
incredible. It's an incredible space.
up,
So.
Joyce?
My amazing executive assistant and the executive producer of Nerds on Coffee just
Yes.
walked in.
Yeah.
Joyce is finally here. She's never here for a podcast.
She's never
because
here
she's
for a
always-
podcast.
No.
Yeah.
Oh,
All right,
so
so,
now would
Joyce,
be the time
I-
that we tell you everything that happened in
Right, so
Endgame.
ready,
right,
Joyce?
right.
I'm gonna burn it for you right now. Snape kills Dumbledore.
You're such an ass.
I love all the Harry Potter shit too. Like all the J.K. Rowling like jokes are always like J.K. Rowling like creates the most like incredible characters in the universe ever, and then like the little snippet, like the little asterisk underneath is like, all right, now they're gay. Okay.
There was-
The Cursed Child.
No, not yet.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
don't
you
know.
get a chance to come back to New York.
But you're going,
I'm
aren't
going
you?
on Sunday.
Oh, dope.
My best
Yeah.
friend saw it twice
Oh.
and like swears, but she's like, I've never been even more in love with
Wow.
Harry Potter.
No, that's what's up.
Yeah,
That's
well,
what's up.
I got both, dude. I got both the matinee
You
and
do?
one
Yeah,
and
you do
two.
both in one day?
Full day. Yeah, dude, for
That's
free
what's up.
too.
Yeah,
dude.
I
got my
hate
tickets
you.
for
I
free,
hate
bro.
you.
Yeah, I'll definitely make sure I text you. Yeah, and
You're
let
not
you
gonna
know.
live stream me and be like, shh.
You wanna go FaceTime? Like all the kids were doing at Logan's show and at
Oh,
Logan
yeah,
and Jake.
right.
Yo, all the kids were FaceTiming for Logan and
I
Jake.
know that's
dude.
normal. They do that. All
Yeah,
the
I
time.
mean-
all the time, dude.
he usually takes phones and like walks around stage and stuff like that.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
suck
I
it.
mean, Logan, I always talk about it. Logan is one of the classiest people I've
He's
ever
great.
met.
He's great.
Oh, for
and,
sure.
And the moment, so me and Logan had, I guess we've known each other for almost 2+ years, which is right around when I started managing Logan.
Yeah.
And I did not know him that well, but I'll never forget, and obviously you won't forget, but the first time that we came back to see you after he took the time off from Big Time Rush, he brought you a ball of Ace of Spades and
yeah.
said, I know you've had a birthday
Yeah.
but since I've seen you last. And
Exactly
that was
right.
like a wow moment for
Dude,
me.
totally.
I was like, wow, you're really like, you get it.
Well, he's got a great memory and he's really personable and he cares about people. Like
Yeah.
that's the thing. Like a lot of people may have those similar traits, but like they don't actually take the time to follow through on that.
I want to tell you guys, like that's the difference maker for me on my end when I get the chance to talk to an interview because I'm
Oh, yeah.
working at Z100, working for the radio stations. I get the chance, especially at Z100, to meet some of the dopest artists on the planet. I mean, I'm talking everyone from Lady Gaga to J-Lo, Taylor Swift, and Ed Sheeran. You know what I'm saying? To just, I mean, just
you
across
just
the
had
board.
Casey Musgraves, right?
Dude, everybody. But the thing is with Logan, and he was like flipping out. He's like, "Man, thanks for being here." And I almost want to get those moments, especially when it's cats like him and Jake that I've just been friends with.
Right.
It's like I want to just shake you and be like, "Dude, like this is like my man doesn't go to the clubs and turned up after Jingle Ball at my birthday party
Yeah.
at Avenue." You know what I'm saying? Like that's not something like so. It's
Yep.
I wanted to be like, of course I'm gonna be here to do this little part. You know,
Because if you're not doing that, what's the point?
yeah, because if you're not doing that,
Right.
what's the point? I mean, it got to the the situation where I'll call off of work if I can get the opportunity to take days off and go see my homies like in their shows in their different countries and
I saw
continents.
you in Croatia.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I was
yeah.
in Croatia with the cheat codes guys with their you guys are family. But I was trying to get with Logan because I was thinking about hopping to Mexico City. I don't know.
Oh, right.
Why the fuck not?
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
But
That's
but
right.
the thing is just like I would do that because I was like you're family to me, man. I mean, you remembered it was my birthday and dropped me off a dope ass bottle of champagne.
Right.
Like,
That's what it's
come on,
about.
that's what it's about, man. That's the bigger picture. And I don't think that there are a lot of people in my position, especially if I can get into this for a second, especially as like a radio DJ and a person that interviews, is that constantly there are people in my position who try to get something from these artists for the sake of being that person that gets the headline, that can sell the story to TMZ, that can be the first to post it online, that can get that question. And I try to tell a lot of cats that ask me like, what's your how come you get the chance to talk to all these people, you're friends with all these people, blah blah blah. It's like because I don't ever go into a scenario where I'm trying to pull something from this person in the mindset of trying to be that guy that's grabbing, because Logan knows that. He's been in the game for years. This dude's not an
and
idiot.
everybody knows how the industry operates. Like, obviously, those things are going to happen naturally as a result of the process. And so that's why all you have to do is put effort into and just being good to people, making it about the person. Just make it about the person.
I think
That's exactly it.
Yeah.
I think that's a good point because it's really obvious when there's someone new in the industry or someone that's an asshole.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
They're the
For
same.
sure.
It's just a matter, do you evolve or do you stay the same?
stay the same.
Right?
Yeah,
when you
dude.
first start in the industry, you think you need to do those things to get ahead. Then you realize, oh, I can just be a dope person, meeting cool people, and
Your
do my
career's
job.
actually going to go a lot easier if you prioritize relationships first.
Oh, dude,
like,
Kyle, you
and
nailed
that's
it.
and then, dude,
I
and that's
actually
like how,
prioritized pissing off Kyle, and it's really skyrocketed my relationship.
It's great.
It's great. It's been one of the best.
It's been going pretty well so far.
You nailed it. I mean, you nailed it. I mean, that's what it is. There's been so many times I've had just chill ass conversations with and I say Lady Gaga because she's someone who is obviously polarized, top of the food, and she knows when coming into a situation like, look, I could put on I'm just gonna give you the answers to these questions because I'm here running promo, or we could have a dope ass conversation, and then I'll share whatever stories it is that's just naturally happening.
And what's cool about that is that type of stuff gets around because that is not the first time I've heard that about Lady Gaga.
Oh, yeah.
So my buddy Brandon runs the social media for CBS Morning Show. He's like Gail's like assistant, right? Runs shit for Gail. And there was a gala or something a few weeks back, and he called me after. He's like, I just met Lady Gaga. She like had a real conversation with me. She like took the time, and like those moments.
Those moments are the best.
That's why it happens, because let's all be real for a second. She's an anomaly because her voice is on another planet.
Yeah.
But a lot of people at the pop level, having a great voice and great control of your voice it's not a dime a dozen, but there's a lot of people, that have that.
Yeah.
What really sets a pop star aside from a regular person with a great voice is that aspiration. Do they make you aspire to be a better person? To realize that they have so much more than you'll ever have in your entire life, but they're taking the time to have that moment with you, and then it makes you think about how you interact with other people, and that thing there, whatever that is what is the difference between a true star and someone who's just a singer.
Yeah.
You know, we in the industry like to call that the X factor.
Nailed
whatever
it,
the fuck that means.
Whatever that is.
So
it's a trademark term. You can't call it that.
I completely I completely agree, man. And honestly, like for years, I've always told, like, I tell a lot of younger people, because like I do a lot of like master classes, I'll do clinics and stuff like that. I'm on the board of advisors for a music school, and like I get asked by a lot of younger session guys and touring guys too, and I'm just like, at the end, even whenever I like music direct artists and people talking about their authenticity on stage and interviews and things like that, it's like at the end of the day, the only thing that everyone universally, they don't want one thing and they do want one thing. The one thing that they don't want is to feel like you are trying to get something from
100%.
them. And the one thing that they do want is to just know that they're going to be leaving with a feeling of feeling good after being with you. That's it. They don't want to be used, and they want to know that like their interaction with you is genuine and that they're leaving with a good feeling.
It's literally not rocket science. We're not building rockets.
And that's it. And so like that's why like everything in my life and everything that I do with my career is goal oriented instead of task oriented. Because if it's goal oriented,
That's dope.
you're always focusing on the big picture, and all of your decisions are filtered through this bird's eye lens of what you're trying to accomplish. And so I always tell people like that when they're on stage too. I'm like, at the end of the day, when people buy a ticket to a show, the only thing that they want is to leave feeling good. So
That's it.
that's
That's
the
it.
top of your list. Everything underneath that now and all your decisions underneath that are filtered through that lens of like, how do we make people feel good?
Yeah.
And just
God,
like our
man.
show at fucking Irving, man, we had some playback issues and like there were a couple of songs that like the happened with the rig and like Logan, we had to call some audibles on stage and it's just like, how do you do that? And how do you still make people feel good?
And he nailed it. There
Exactly.
were kids that were waiting
Exactly.
for like an hour and a half after the show. You know what I mean?
Just to say hi.
Just to say hi.
Oh yeah,
Right.
yeah. We have
You
people
don't
hang around.
do that
we had
if
a
you
40,
fucked up the show.
We had a 40-person
Exactly.
meet and greet 2 hours after the set.
That's what I'm
Right.
saying.
So
That's what I'm
he
saying.
nailed
So
it.
it's-
Yeah,
exactly.
that's a great point.
No, it's-
Exactly, so-
that's all
And
it is.
I want to dive a little bit into, because we've kind of teased it a little bit, but you are prolific in New York City, right?
Well, thank you, man.
No, but
I try,
like
yeah.
all bullshit aside, you are. You run
It's pretty
nightly.
dope.
You
Yeah.
run nightly Z100, the #1 radio station in the world. You're the on-air personality,
Yeah.
and if that wasn't
Keep on
enough,
wait, keep on talking about it.
if
Keep on
that
talking-
wasn't enough, you're also on Nickelodeon hosting one of my favorite TV shows, The Slime Time.
Yeah, dude. I
Yeah.
get to do a lot of cool shit, dude. I'm
So,
not
like,
even in the front.
So
yeah.
like, I want to hear about it. Like how did it start? When did you know you wanted to be a disc
I'll break
jockey?
it down, dude. To be 100%
Yeah, like when
honest,
did you
dude.
know you were black? Like,
Oh my god. Yo, the fourth grade is when it really kicked in.
fourth grade. Well, it wasn't until I was 9.
Oh shit! No, but born like the Cliff Notes version, man. Like real talk, San Diego kid, born and raised. I was always extroverted. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Like it's. I was always that kid that used to show out at family functions, that kind of thing. But I was a sports dude, kind of like you. I think we maybe talked about it a little bit, Maddie, like with your sports background. Like I was a sports dude. I grew up playing like football, basketball, baseball, running track. You know the typical like suburban kid, middle class kid. You know, the oldest of 3. Blah 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 blah. So anyway. I ended up earning. You all right over there, bro? Yeah. Wrong pipe, huh? Yeah, dude, that's the worst. Oh, man.
I'm good.
All right, don't want you to die on me, but
That would be upsetting before I saw Avengers again.
The only regret I have is that I didn't see it more than once.
That's the only regret right now.
Regret.
Now, so
But yeah, so I
yeah.
I got myself actually a full football scholarship to play college football. Yeah. So
What was that? Oh, okay.
the
Wait, did you really? I did not know
Yeah,
that.
yeah. So
Oh,
I played.
shit.
I went to Cal Poly in San Luis Obispo, California.
Right.
Dude.
Oh,
dopest-
Slow, for those of you listening?
Yeah,
Yeah.
shout out to Slow, man. That was the dopest
that's
time of my
what's up.
life. So I played wide receiver in college, but then like as I became like a sophomore, junior in college, I started noticing that the kids that were coming in as like freshmen and other teammates were just big as fuck. Like, you know, I was like, this is my only. There's no way I'm going to be able to compete on a professional level as a professional athlete.
Right, because of just your physicality.
Just my physicality. I mean, I'm 5'8", you know what I mean? I'm
tell that to
160.
Steve Nash, okay?
What about Wes Welker and Julian Edelman?
yo,
no,
but
but
still-
for real though, it's such a physical sport.
It's
though.
physical. Yeah, and
man,
I mean, and they're like even at that size. I mean, there were other teammates of mine that were my size, but they were like yoked
Wider.
up, dude. Yeah, they were
Right.
wider. They're a little bit faster. I was pretty good.
Were you the guy that made everyone on the team laugh?
Not all the time, no. But that's let me get to that part because there was actually a buddy of mine who was that dude, my buddy DK, my buddy Dave, and he was a DJ on the radio station in Slow, like at like a top 40 radio station. And he and I shared a lot of. We were both in the same, same classes, same major, da da da. And I just thought to myself, I was like, yo, if he can do it, like I can do it.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Like
wow.
for real. That was really what it
Yeah.
was, and I was getting tired of hearing him on the radio. Yeah, I'm
You're
just
like-
I'm like, bro, like I'm so.
Was he
over
white
hearing
or
all the time.
black?
No, black dude, black dude. You know what I mean?
Okay, so tonality was not annoying you.
No, it was just we were friends, and I'm just like. Also, he was just pulling so many bitches.
Oh yeah.
That was the other thing.
You're like, yo,
I'm
this
sorry
guy-
to
this-
say
this
with
guy
you, and
fucks, like-
you know what I mean? But I'm
Oh,
just
Joyce
saying-
has to listen. She has to listen to
No.
every single one of our episodes.
This
before
is
they go
so
up.
tamed because I know you're on Nickelodeon.
Yeah, thank you. dog.
you got no-
he's listened to episodes where we said shit that you would hear and you'd be like,
Yeah.
oh no.
Yeah,
They'd be
yeah.
like, oh man, I hope people on HBO don't hear that. Like, yeah.
So that was it. I mean, so I just kind of bugged him a bit. You know, I'm gonna fast forward a bit, but I bugged him a bit. Got an opportunity, a meeting with his program director. His PD was like, yeah, actually, we are looking for some more people. You know what I mean? It was just, I was at the right moment, right city, because you can't really just dive into radio like that. I mean, it's San Luis Obispo, California, small market. The opportunity was there for me to really get to be a part of the
And
team.
this is the radio.
This was the radio station.
Not
This wasn't
the
the college radio
radio.
station. No, but shout out to.
Are we good?
Casey's, yeah,
I think
are
we should be. Can you go get Pat real quick, Joyce, and just make sure that we're okay?
Oh yeah, I want to make sure.
I mean, we're still rolling. I mean,
alright.
I'm seeing it run, but I just don't know what the fuck that notification is.
It's all good.
So
Snitch
okay,
anyway.
wait, sorry. What were you saying? Shout
But
out
no,
to who?
so to KCPR, which is the college radio station
Right.
at San Luis Obispo. Weird Al Yankovic, he's a graduate.
No way.
Oh,
Shit,
dope.
dude. Yeah, dude. So it's pretty fly. But I went straight to like the radio station, and it just kind of grew from there, man. I mean, I started there doing like the night show. Then I moved from there to another radio station, and I kind of just progressed, and my career has grown. Since then, I've lived in Louisiana, like in New Orleans. I lived in Lafayette, Louisiana, Columbus, Ohio, Philly, and Philly was before being here.
At
in New York.
Y100.
No, in Philly it was Q102. In Columbus, Ohio, it's WNCI. When I was in New Orleans, I was at another like legendary top 40 radio station called B97. Like, so I've had the opportunity to.
Oh, yeah.
What's been really dope about my radio career is that it's really progressed each city that I've gone to. So
Very
I've
cool.
been lucky enough to learn from some of the dopest program directors out there, to live in some of the sickest cities, to experience some stuff. So it really just started with me having that burning in my heart, just thinking like, yo, if this cat can do it, I can do it. You know what I mean? So like,
That's dope.
so that's one of the things that whenever I do get the chance to talk at schools or you know, mentor kids or whatever, it's just like, if you're willing to take that chance and just really believe in yourself, you know what I mean? As cliche as it sounds.
Is there
as
anything
stupid as fuck.
crazy that you had to do that, like sleep on a friend's couch?
Oh, I thought you were
not
going to say
have-
sleep with a program director.
Nope.
I was like, no.
Oh, you know, Wanda up there at KY Wham, I had to fuck 9 times before I got first slot.
Yeah, I thought you were going to ask me, like, was there any
No, like you were saying.
cunnilingus? I'm like, oh, you know what I'm saying?
So-
No. But
No, because you were saying like mentoring kids and stuff, and like I think a lot of millennials forget that there's a lot of things that people that get to a status that you've gotten to sacrifice.
So my biggest sacrifice is the fact that I've lived such a nomadic lifestyle. The hugest sacrifice, even to this day, that I think about is like I've never really had like I've had girlfriends, I've had people who I've loved, but I've sacrificed my friends and a lot of relationships for the sake of my career.
Gotcha.
Totally.
Because it's like. I'm loving you, girl, as a 25 or 26-year-old. Where most people are starting to find like who their life partner might be. But in the back of my mind is, well, I'm in New Orleans, Louisiana, but shit, I still want to work at Z100.
Right.
You know what I mean? What do I take this extra 2 or 3 hours to go and get my craft tight in the studio, or do I go on a date night and not pick up this interview with whatever said artist is coming through, because I know that eventually
That's a big sacrifice.
and it's
That
happened
is,
in
man.
every
Yeah.
city that I've lived in. Like I've had relationships where people were saying like, you know, I'll come and I'll move with you and I'll live with you.
You're like,
And
oh shit, there's a lot of pressure. Like,
Exactly. And I
You're
felt
like,
that.
Because in 2 years, like, our relationship will go great. I'm going to move again, though.
Exactly.
You want to sign up for that?
Do you want to sign up for that?
Exactly.
And that's the thing, Kyle, is that I've always thought
It's
that
hard
is
to
it-
ask someone that before you hit that pivotal point of relationship too, man. It's this weird balance of like, it's like, okay, like our relationship can't really move forward unless we do this, but if we don't do it, it's not going to move forward. But if we do move forward, we're going to be in this serious place. Maybe we could talk about it and then it will work. But like,
That's
maybe
what I'm
she doesn't want
saying.
that kind of pressure, and so it's just like,
That's what I'm saying.
And Kyle,
dude.
you were with Amanda before you were a touring artist.
no.
No.
I have been a road dog before we met, and so like even our dating relationship dynamic formed around me being gone 150 plus days a year.
Yeah.
And I traveled a shitload. I mean, granted, I played in town a lot more when we dated than after we got married.
Maxwell, I don't know if you know, he is married with
Yeah,
a kid.
yeah.
Yeah.
But-
And so it was different for me, and because we met, and she like very early on, she was just like, oh, like you're on the road a lot. That's
Yeah.
Amanda is also like
But she was
fiercely
not-
independent woman.
But she was,
like,
That's the hardest
she's
thing for me.
crazy independent.
See,
But
that's-
wasn't she also in the lab back then?
Yeah, so my wife has a master's in nutrition. She's a registered dietitian.
Okay.
And she did all of her own original research for her thesis and like has published like research and like medical journals and like it's like
So it's kind of like
my
a
wife's
perfect
like
timing,
my wife's
right?
like a
Because she
real
was
scientist.
isolated.
Yeah,
She was
yeah.
isolated.
She was like
So-
doing
Yeah.
what Maxwell was doing, like honing in her craft, like needing to
Yeah.
focus when you were on the road. So it actually worked.
Yes.
It
I
worked
mean,
really
yeah,
well.
more or less. I mean, she was finishing school when we first got together, and I was already way into being a college dropout.
Got it.
So
And see, and another part, and I'll be 100% transparent. Another hard part for me was like thinking of being that dude, that young dude who is on a platform in a position to where, you know, we're going out, I'm living a lifestyle of crazy, just having fun type of a lifestyle, and just thinking in my head, like, damn, dude, here I am, 25. I'm a pretty good looking dude. I'm going to be on a radio station, probably one of the more popular places in the city. Like, say if I'm going to Columbus, Ohio. You know what I mean? It's like, what is gonna become of my, you know, my involvement in the city? Like, I didn't want to bring sand to the beach. You know what I mean? Because I didn't know, because I just knew who I was in my heart. I'm like, dude, I still might want to go out and meet just people in the club and turn up and do those kind of things.
That's also like a healthy realization to have, because you're like, this is something that I might want to orient my life around. Like, I'm also not going to like, I'm not going to like fuck my relationship up with somebody, put unrealistic expectations on the table, and then push myself into this weird like middle ground of my own feelings.
That's
like,
what it was.
Do you see yourself settling down ever?
Yeah, for sure.
Like that you've gotten to a point now that you're at Z100, that you're in the city that you've kind of envisioned that you wanted to be at.
For sure.
And now it's like, if something comes along, it's cool.
Then it's way, because I'm not thinking to myself like, yeah, man, it's time for me to dip up out and go and be this, this bachelor in another city, and just you know, here I am on life of the party, blah 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 blah. You know, hey, what's going on? You know, homegirl. That, like, I had those thoughts in my mind early in my. But again, to go and bring this conversation full circle, is that's the biggest like sacrifice. That was big.
Right.
You know, it's just like I don't own property. I wish I because I'm never anywhere for any more than like 3 or 4 years. So it's like I haven't got the opportunity where I got family and friends that have property that I'm renting. I'm gonna be renting.
I have friends that are getting married and having kids, and I'm like, I'm thinking about like advancing the show.
Yeah. So that's like the biggest sacrifice for it all. But I mean, if it's worth it, because I mean, well,
at the end of the day, though, I mean, I think that you've always had the perspective that we were talking about earlier too. You have to figure out like, what are your values and what do you ultimately want out of life, and it's just about prioritizing things. I mean, it's like that was important to you, so you prioritize that.
That's what it
was.
Like,
as you're growing older and you're getting into different aspects of your career and you're growing into new relationships with new places, like your priorities shift. Everybody's priorities shift, and there's
100%.
nothing wrong with that. Like, I think this is weird, like negative connotation people have about like changing paths in life and like changing up your goals and like reevaluating. I'm just like, that's natural. You know what I mean? Like, that's fucking normal.
I'm glad I was able to kind of have that
like
reassurance
if,
early.
like if you're on a road trip and you drive 300 miles down the road, you still look at your phone to make sure that you're still going where you want to go. And it's like, that's okay to do. It's okay to do that. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's just, it's never ever too late in life to change and try anything ever.
100%. So I have another question, a follow up to all of that.
For sure.
So at what point and how did you go from, I want to be this radio jockey, New York City, #1 station in the world, Z100, to then being like, I also want to be on TV?
Yo, man, when I looked in the mirror and realized how stunning I am. Fuck, dude, you know what I'm saying? I want to be stuck behind a microphone where nobody can see me.
I love it. Was this pre or post shaved head?
This was, by the way, I haven't had my hair since like college, bro.
But did you have, I feel like
curls. I used to have a pop in
I
this
was about
ass
to
hair,
say,
dude.
you definitely had a fro, right?
I had the softest curls, bro. Let me just let you know real quick. The reason why I am like bald now is because a buddy of mine, it was an initiation for the football team. They did the thing with the freshmen. They grab us, then the older upperclassmen took it and they just and they just shaved.
Yeah.
And it never grew back the same.
What? No way.
Yeah, never grew. I'm talking, I spent like $80 on a haircut before I left as a freshman to go to school. So I got there, we started our 2-a-days. I thought I was popping. I'm like the cute little black dude joining the football team. San Luis Obispo, all these gorgeous little, and then like literally 5 days into football camp, they were just like, and they had plugs, and I had to stay like that for like 2 weeks because it was part of our initiation.
Oh, they're like, surprise, motherfucker.
Yeah,
like,
they were like, you thought you're cute, bitch? Yeah, man. Hold my pocket. No.
Hold my pocket. Hold my pocket. I'm
it's never gone back since.
I'm so happy you referenced that, man.
Yeah, dude. Oh my god,
that's so good.
So, but no, it really when the world started, when the DJ culture, when just like the multimedia culture started to shift. I mean, I'll say it was probably around like 2005, 2004 when I really was like, yo, I need to start doing a little bit more in front of the camera type things.
Sure.
Because that's just where the world
Well, you've
was
always
going.
been on the bleeding edge.
Yeah.
You've always like known what that next
That's-
medium is.
So I've always tried to, be that person, and the opportunity came along with Nickelodeon. As soon as I really when I was in Philadelphia is when we launched our Nickelodeon radio station, Nick Radio. And then when I realized through iHeart, yeah, it's a digital station. It runs on our app. You know what I mean? It runs online, that type of a thing. So there's really you can't get in your car and tune into 94.3 or whatever. But that's just where the lifestyle is on your phones. So when it started to get to Nick Radio, I realized that when I was doing Nick Radio stuff that there was no one who was the face of the brand. You know what I mean? So I was like, yo, let me step up and be the face of this Nickelodeon Nick Radio brand.
Interesting.
So that way, when the bigger picture, again, like, you guys are both saying, having this bird's eye view of it was, I'm thinking in my head back in 2000, I don't know, 11, 12, whenever we launched the radio station, was like, at some point in time, we're going to need somebody who's going to be able to do live events. At some point in time, they're going to need somebody who's going to cross promote a character who's going to be playing a DJ on iCarly. Why shouldn't it be me as a DJ for Nickelodeon, Nick Radio, so that way I can be referenced?
You would just have the vision.
It was just
Right.
so that's what I started really just kind of try to get better at being in front of a camera for the purpose of I didn't the same way and it was funny and when it clicked to me the same way that I thought with this story when I was telling you when my buddy was doing the radio and all, I was like, if he can do it, I can do it. That same kind of mentality was like, why should that be somebody else when it could be me? Like, why should it be them? I'm gonna give whoever it is all of the pieces of the puzzle for them to put the puzzle together and have that puzzle picture shape out to have my face on it. You know what I mean? So that way they don't go to some random extra or grab a SAG-AFTRA, actor to pretend to be a DJ.
Oh,
makes
absolutely.
no sense. Makes no
Totally.
sense.
Absolutely.
So that's when I started to. So I would say probably around there was when I was like, "Yo, I want to do a little bit more in front of the camera," just simply because I wanted it to be.
And now
me.
you just like did the red carpet for the Nick Awards.
Yeah, so I get to go and do like Kids Choice Award stuff. I get to host like Double Dare live shows. Yo,
Yeah.
man, I was fucking around. Man, I'm hanging out with Mark Summers, bro.
Right?
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Fucking
Like, Double
OG,
Dare,
man.
Like OG Double Dare, like
Dude,
Mark Summers.
I mean,
it's
I'm
like,
down to go play Double Dare right now.
Listen,
Dude, I'm so-
I
I'm
know
so
a
down.
guy, dude. I can get you slimed, bro. I can turn it up with that.
Yo, I think
it's a wrap.
what we should do, because it's like episode 18 or 19 or whatever, when we hit episode 1000, let's just get like slimed.
Yo,
Why do we have to wait till 1,000?
Yeah, we don't have to wait till 1,000. I can let me.
Like
Let
50
me
or what, halfway there.
yeah, like so. Yeah, we'll get
Let's do
there.
100. 100's a good number.
Yeah.
Okay, 100.
All right,
I get to
100.
slime you.
All right, I'll look it up, dude. I mean, it's dope, dude. It's like
Yeah.
the coolest. That's like the
Yeah,
coolest shit.
I mean, dude, that is like definitely a bucket list item.
Let's do it back at Ludlow though. And so let's do like the lowest, most disgusting thing you could do somewhere like the highest brow establishment in Soho. Like, let's just polarize that because that's the whole point of the podcast is just taking like really, really amazing high end concepts and just being really fucking offensive about
really
it.
offensive about it. Yeah,
That's
I'm down,
amazing.
dude. I'll make it. Yeah, dude. So
That's
that's
what's up.
that's my kind of smorgasbord of,
I love
just
that
like
though, man.
what it is I'm doing. So
I
I mean,
love
it's
that though.
dope as
That's
shit.
so
So-
great.
It's dope as shit.
That's fucking amazing. And
I'm trying, man.
I think, and something, Kyle, you can attest to, with every interview that we've done and every episode that we've done with a guest, the like overarching arc that every single guest has is that they just had a vision and they were uncompromising on the task at hand.
Exactly. Yep.
And that's why I
dope.
think a lot of people, millennials specifically, just don't realize that like that dope party that you saw on my Instagram that looks like the time of my life, that took 10,000 hours of grueling work
Yeah.
that you won't do to get to that
Yep.
moment.
Yeah,
Exactly right.
No, that makes a lot of sense, dude. Like, a lot of the fun stuff. Again, even to that point, bro, is like the energy and effort that I want to let your guys, let Kevy and Matt and Trev know, like, with talking about cheat codes, guys, is I want to let them know that they're in a comfortable space when I'm around because I'm just like I'm a friend of yours. I just so happen to be a radio DJ.
Totally.
So the
And
fact
we've talked about that a lot.
We talked about that a lot, dude. And the thing is just like I just love the energy you guys put out. The energy is dope. Logan, Jake, whoever it is. So when folks tune into my Insta and they see some shit and they're like, yo, how come Maxwell is on the decks shooting off the confetti cannon, at or the cryo cannon
right.
in the club with these guys? It's because like, yo, you're just a family member of ours, you know?
Right,
what I mean?
Because it's fun as shit and fuck everybody else. That's exactly right.
But what you're trying to say is it's because we go to dinner beforehand, and then we get breakfast, then we go to
about
movies,
relationships.
and we do
It's
things.
about relationships.
Because the difference-
because to your
exactly.
point, I don't let. Like straight up,
No.
I don't let the radio jockey from Philly or from Vegas or wherever they came in my DJ booth and be like, "Cool, man, get the fuck away from my production."
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, because again, everybody in this room understands that, like, yeah, that's how the industry works. Obviously, we're all gonna hook each other up. Obviously, people are gonna get to do dope shit. Obviously, we're gonna get interviews. We're gonna get social media contact. We're gonna get posts.
Yeah,
Whatever.
yeah.
Like, that's what it's about. Obviously, because we all make a living in this industry. This is what we're all doing. Got it. Let's stop talking about that.
Let's stop
now.
talking about that.
Like, let's
Exactly,
just
dude.
be. Let's
in the
just
moment.
be
Right.
family.
No, and I
just
think
be people.
This
Just be
episode
people.
started right, so we have one of the
Yeah.
top radio guys in New York City spend the first 40 minutes talking about Avengers.
Exactly.
Right?
All we did was just talk about fucking movies.
Yeah,
And so it's like,
that's all it is.
That's all it is.
That's all it is.
That's
well,
all
and
it is.
that's the point that you brought up though too, man. And it's just like, I mean, all this comes full circle is because like you don't want to, because there are also people that like will like be like, yo, let's go out to dinner or whatever, and like they'll do those things because they want to have the
Because
cool
they want-
experiences.
yes.
They're trying to use people.
That's what
and
it is,
people
dude.
get it. It's just like at
can
the end of
sniff
the
that
day,
out a mile away,
100%
dude.
you can. And so it's like, again, going back to what we were talking about earlier, telling
That's
like
dirty.
younger cats that are coming in, it's just like. People can tell if you're trying to use them. You know what I mean? It's like
Yeah.
that's played out.
It's played out.
Like that's a used car salesman tactic. Like there's no place for that here. Like honestly, if you want to get to know someone, just get to know them. And
That's
just be friends with them. Who gives a shit if you ever work together?
That's exactly
It doesn't matter. There's a million people to work with. There's a million ways to advance your career without trying to step on people.
Yeah.
Speaking of getting to know them, did you know, Maxwell, that Kyle is an expert woodsman?
I wouldn't go that far.
Wow.
But do you-
You can chisel. You can chisel. some
No,
shit.
no. Do you have photos of the tables?
Yeah. So, yeah. I think
So, like, Maxwell, when
I build mid-century furniture.
No shit.
Like,
Yeah, no. All the furniture in my home is Kyle's furniture. Here, Joyce, go in my backpack, take out my phone,
All right. He's all right.
because I have.
Yo.
It's so sick. You got to see this.
Okay. So where did this love for craftsmanship come from, or
Well,
begin, or?
My dad was like always just really, really, really creative growing up. There wasn't anything that he kind of didn't know how to do, at least a little bit of. And so
It's in the big
Dad
pocket.
is
I
rad,
kind of
dude.
grew up just always being around him, kind of knowing
Yeah.
how to fix shit, knowing how to build stuff. He was super resourceful. He was super crafty. And so like that just was like, it was just normal to me. And so I basically just, like whenever I got into college, my best friend and I started building guitar cabinets for
All right.
players. And so like, and his dad had a shop, and so we would just go out to the shop and we just did it. And we just started woodworking together all the time, and it just kind of grew into a love. And then like you build out your,
we're bringing the phone.
bring
the phone. To Matt, 'cause I
Matt's got to do some show and tell.
Go
And
for
so, as I like learned more, it just kind of turned into
Yeah.
a thing to where like I loved it as a hobby, and it just kind of got to the point where I'm like, all right, well, with some of the extra money that I have, like let me just. Like I like doing this. Like, what tools do I need to build out my shop? You know what I mean? And it just
That
kind of
is so
came
sick, dude.
organically, and so like I just like building furniture now. It's just fun, and it's like
Yeah.
it's an easy outlet, and it's an easy way to switch to the other part of my brain whenever I'm not doing music and
Yeah.
just do something different.
Zone out. It's your moment is in. It's your
because I can do that alone. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
Yes.
Whenever I get home from tours, like I usually kind of isolate and like I don't do sessions for a few weeks, and I'm like, I'm gonna build a coffee table. You know what I
That
mean?
shit
And
is so dope. How long from start to finish does it take?
It just depends on the project.
Yeah.
Anywhere from 6 hours to weeks, depending on how long that thing is. You know
All right,
what I mean?
so, all right. Holy shit, dude!
Yeah,
So
so-
all right, so I'm looking at this glass. This is so sick. So
It's
it's
a glass top. Yeah, yeah.
table, and it almost has like an A frame
Yeah.
below it.
You
or
can
whatever.
scroll left and right. There's a bunch of photos.
Yeah, it's like real minimal.
But then what's
It's got a
super sick
magazine
is that
rack.
it's got like a magazine rack to it, dude.
Did I put all my graphic novels on for the photo? Not all of them, but like some of them on
Yeah.
for the photo.
No,
And so
fuck
like,
yeah, dude. Oh, this is sick. This
yeah.
is sick.
So I
Yes,
just
that's in my living room.
Wow. Did you get the homie hookup?
Yeah, we
Oh, yeah,
traded.
absolutely.
All right, I was gonna
Yeah,
make
yeah,
sure.
I
that's
traded him a
what's up.
50-inch LCD Samsung
Yeah.
TV.
Oh, dude.
My wife and I needed a new TV, but we didn't want to buy one.
Yeah.
And I needed a
that's
coffee
And
table.
it was
That's
like
a
new coffee table,
bargain.
and I was like, well, I know how much I'd spend on a TV. I know about how much I could get in parts for a coffee table.
But this is like a
let's just
one
trade.
of one type of a
One of
situation.
one, yeah.
That's because usually how I operate too is like whenever people commission me to do stuff, which is usually like it's just word of mouth, and friends will just be like, "Hey man, like
This is dope.
I need whatever." They'll hit me up and I'll be like, "All right, send me some reference photos for what you want." They send it to me and then I'm like, "Okay," and then I'll take those designs and then kind of like alter them and be like, "Here's a unique thing to you based on the general aesthetic that you wanted."
Yeah.
So
now you
I
have-
built Matt's
so you
credenza
did
too.
credenza-
Yeah.
Yo, dude.
So-
all right. Yeah, that's fire, bro. Holy shit. That is so cool.
It's super fun. I like it.
You know how much like this shit costs, like at like CB2 or some shit. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
like,
$5,000.
yeah, that's a $9,000.
You know how many people send me photos from like restoration hardware and shit like that, and they're just like, "We really love this coffee table, but like we don't have like $4,500." I'm like,
Yeah.
"Okay, well,
all right, well, give me $1,500.
yeah, exactly." And so it's just like, there you go. I mean,
dude.
so it's super fun. I mean, I like it, and you
That's
know,
fire.
I knocked out Matt's coffee table in about 2 days.
Just yeah, you're just in the zone, just
I
going.
really fucking put it off to the last minute. And I had to.
You're like Matt's like, okay, dude.
Because I was
need
was traveling. He's like, "Yo, Alexis is gonna kill me and you if you don't get this into
If
the
you don't.
house."
Damn, bro. Yeah, that's pretty fire over there, Matt. So
Yeah,
so-
dude, it's the greatest thing ever.
It's
Yeah.
cool. Oh, you got the end table? Did you get the end tables? Did she get them or?
Yes, I did.
Yeah, did she like them?
Yeah, they love them.
Okay, cool.
They're amazing. They're perfect.
All right, good.
All right, see,
Cool.
I need to move somewhere where I can have some
Right.
shit now, dude. Like, really, I'm like living like I'm like, I have furniture in my place. Yeah, but
Now
I mean,
let me
still.
make you something small, cool for your desk in the
Dude,
studio.
that's what
Like,
I'm
let me
saying.
make something
Like,
cool for
we're gonna-
like.
let's chat.
Yeah, we'll do that. You
Just
know, 'cause,
whenever you
like,
get some time, you're zoned out, bro.
100%, man.
And you're just like, let me just whip together this little piece of wood right quick.
Like, nah, dude, we'll do it.
I'm loving this, man. hell, the fuck yeah.
Yeah,
bro.
we'll make you something dope.
Yeah,
Yeah, man.
You know, what'd be sick, bro. It's like a wooden, like Nickelodeon Kids Choice Awards blimp.
Oh shit.
You know what I mean? Just like a little, like something that I could have on,
Just
on
like
my
a little
desk.
Nick thing?
Just like a little,
Yeah.
just something random, dude. I'm just
All
like,
right.
dude,
Let me
just
bl-
go crazy.
Let me brainstorm. Let me brainstorm
let
stuff.
Let your mind go wild, dude.
I'm gonna call in my buddy to sub for the rest of the tour. I'm just actually gonna fucking go home now. I'm just gonna, we're like tour goes till May 17th. I'm actually just out tomorrow.
Yeah.
I'm
So
just
by
done.
the way, like you guys are like off to Boston, right?
Yeah, in the morning.
They are, yeah.
Yeah, me and Logan are going to Boston in the morning to continue
dude.
on.
That's man, the life on the road, bro. I envy
Yeah, it's
you
a-
guys, man, because God, it's a lot of hard work that goes on behind the scenes of these shows. That
It's
you
a
know.
lot. Yeah.
It's really rough.
Well, it's like Matt said, it's like people will never know how much goes into prepping for what they see on stage.
Yeah.
And well, that's what because we're coming back at the end of May. We're doing a live show at House at Ludlow.
Yeah.
For Nerds on Coffee, and we're basically doing. I don't want to call it a panel. We're having 2 other guests, and
Yeah.
so. But we're talking about it's basically an evening in the industry, and we're all talking about it from our 4 unique perspectives of the
of it.
music industry to kind of just educate people and give them a look at like actually what goes into creating what you all see,
Dude, it's heavy, man. It's a heavy thing, and the fact that you guys that from top to bottom, man, like when these live shows come together, and again, that it's like you've done so much to create this program, this show that 99% of the time when there are some issues, the only ones that really notice it are us or you guys or you as the
Exactly.
you know what I mean,
Yeah,
in the
yeah.
fans. So they're so transplanted into this, just like into this zone, this happiness, this sense of like I'm here to experience this
Right.
show. That I mean, the fact
is-
that nobody even realizes when there's a
Right.
hiccup is just a testament
Well,
to
and that
you guys.
and honestly, like I do a lot of work to make sure that our show is buttoned up from
Yeah.
top to bottom. But all that credit goes back to Logan because he just like literally. I've been on stage with people who have handled that so much worse.
Yeah.
And like literally Logan he's a vet, man.
Yeah.
Like he just knows how it works. And again, it's because he also is operating from the perspective of like, how can we just make sure people have a great night? And so again, it's just like, okay, fuck it. Like we had some playback issues like with the rig that I'm not going to talk about.
No,
I'm
but
not going
yeah.
to throw anybody under the
Yeah,
bus.
yeah. But it happens.
But shit happens, and he's like, you know what? This venue is the first venue I ever played with Big
Yeah.
Time Rush. You guys have all been here from the beginning. Kyle, just pull out your acoustic. Let's just do an acoustic
Let's
Big
just
Time Rush
acoustic.
song.
Boom. And there
Done.
it is. There it is.
You
And
know,
everybody
and
freaks
like,
the hell out.
not a lot of people have that experience to pull on and
Yeah.
to pull from. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And so it's
yeah.
like.
It could cause a meltdown for the faint of heart. You
It
know what I mean?
absolutely could,
100%.
because a lot of people don't
I've
respond
seen it. I
under
mean, we've all
pressure.
seen that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the biggest thing is just being able to respond under pressure, and that comes from relying on experience,
Yeah.
which takes time.
But also,
you know?
more so than being able to recover on stage is how minimal the actual pissed offness was post set. Like he had a
was
moment.
pretty
He was,
minimal, yeah.
he was like, "I'm really upset that stuff happened."
He got it out. Yeah,
He
yeah.
got it out. He talked
then-
about it, and then a minute later, he's like, "Cool, let's move on. Let's figure it out."
Right, which I'm really thankful for because I was angry for a lot longer. I yelled at a lot of fucking people when we walked off stage because the shit that happened was not my fault.
Yeah. Oh, dude. That's
I yelled a lot.
But the thing that you did for the fans, though, like from a fan
Yeah,
perspective, the comments back were like, "Oh my god, he did something that like they didn't do
Yeah.
in another show." Like, for
Oh,
the
yeah.
Exactly.
fans, like it was everything.
It's
no
everything.
one cared. but
Yeah.
that, like,
No
one
exactly.
cares.
No one
And
cares.
again, all that credit goes back to Logan, like
Oh, yeah.
because I can't. It's not my show. It's not my
Yeah.
name.
Yeah.
It's not my crew. They're not my fans. And like how he handled that and like how they left feeling is all a result of like who he is.
We said it before, man.
Who
Kids
he
were
is.
there waiting 2 hours after the set
Oh,
to hang out and
absolutely,
say
man.
hi. Just to
Absolutely.
say hi.
It's
Just
like-
that flick, dude. Yeah, it meant the world to me to be
Oh,
there.
yeah.
So thanks for having me there.
Dude,
are you gonna
thanks
get up
for
off your
coming,
phone,
man.
dude? Are you handling
This is
business?
why we got to put his phone away to the
Yeah.
fucking show, man, because
Good
he's always on the
Lord.
podcast. I'll be telling a story. I'll say something to me and be like, he'll say something. And he'll look up
was
and be like,
letting you two talk about the show because I was not involved on the production on that show.
I know,
I know,
I understand,
but
Matt,
yeah,
but we have
but-
an opportunity to talk shit about you now, so we're gonna do it. So yeah,
Exactly.
come on, man.
Exactly.
It's a low hanging fruit to make fun of you, so we're gonna do it.
Dumbledore died.
Yeah,
That's
we're-
all you need to know.
we're
Oh,
hungry.
yeah, he did.
Yeah.
4 times, I think, right?
But
You can back off that mic a little bit too.
so, what's your favorite place to eat in the city?
Oh, damn, dude. Are we talking just like real quick eats?
Yeah,
or-
no, not like a date dinner, but like you're an hour away from getting to Z.
All right.
You're starving. You realize you're gonna be on air for 4 hours. Where's your go-to?
Dude, my go-to. I love melt, like, you know what I'm saying? I love a solid grilled
so
cheese,
good.
dude. And like I fuck with tots all day.
Melt's so
bro.
good.
Tots
some
are
of
the
your
superior
tots.
yeah. Give me some of your tots. Tots are the superior potato snack for sure. Yeah, man. Like, yeah.
Are you a bagel guy?
Not so much. I'm not
Okay.
gonna lie. I'm not a because I think that's a San Diego thing in me. I didn't grow up on the West Coast.
Oh, yeah, that's fair.
You know what I'm saying? Like it wasn't ingrained in our culture. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm even like a pineapple Hawaiian pizza type of dude. You know what I'm saying? Which out here people are like, what the? But out there
They're
in
like,
Cali,
what are you
dude,
doing?
You know what I'm saying? It's like
you go to Joe's and ask for a whole like fucking pineapple on your pizza, they're gonna
they're
laugh
gonna
you
laugh
out,
at you.
man.
Out here,
Yeah.
listen, the only time I'm gonna mess with like a pineapple pizza is like if I'm doing like a Domino's or something like some imaginary.
Oh, sure,
But there's so many other dope ass pizza
Are you an
joints out
artichoke
here.
guy?
Right.
I fucks with artichoke. Man. Yeah, dude. Oh, yeah, their pies are popping, man. So,
what's up.
but yeah, I would. That would probably be the solid go-to if I was talking about like a slice. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah.
Artichoke. There's one. You know what I mean? Like by the campus that they deliver to the radio station. So yeah, dude, that's it. Melt is what it is too.
That's what's up,
But no,
man.
you're a big time bagel.
Yeah,
person,
I mean,
right?
Essa Bagel, 53rd and 3rd is the best in the city.
Yeah.
Nice old Jewish family owns it, you know.
Yep. It's your
so
people,
good.
man.
That's your folks, man. Yeah, dude. Yeah. I just think, again, it's just being from California, like bagels wasn't like our thing. You know what I mean? Like it just like I don't know.
Is that shit recording? Yeah.
Yeah,
we're good,
Yeah,
man.
we're
Okay,
rolling,
cool.
dude. We're
Yeah,
having
we're
a
still
blast,
slaying.
bro.
I don't know. That shit looks weird.
Oh,
It does look
Why
weird.
is it green in the middle?
Oh, because I don't use Pro Tools and I tried to zoom in and I actually just enabled automation on one of the tracks. And so
so it's great.
I'm not a Pro Tools user, but it's not an issue.
No,
at all.
we're go-
It's
we're
basically
good.
just
We're
another
golden.
menu to see how you're interacting with the audio. It's not a big deal.
Got it.
It's fine. No,
Yeah.
I'm gonna get
It's-
Pat to just bounce everything into me.
It's Chinese to me.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't used Pro Tools in a long time either because I'm a Logic guy.
Do you
I'm a
do
Logic
any
and Ableton
production
guy,
for
so-
what you do?
No, my production's super minimal. Like it's like we use Adobe. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah,
Like,
you just
I mean,
record
you
in
just
and
record
then
in.
print and it's right out to broadcast.
It's like super easy. We got some other programs around the radio station, but I mean, I fucks a little bit with like video production. You know, what I mean, so I'm
sure.
using
Totally.
You know what I mean,
That's
I'm
dope,
using the Adobe Creative Suite to make some videos. Whenever we're doing little things like that, we have other programs at the radio station that do like super easy left and right channel recording. You know what
yeah.
I mean, just like phone calls, things like that. But when it comes to like Pro Tools, we have people that do that are Pro Tools certified.
Oh, sure.
and that's like.
That's not Kyle.
I'm not Pro Tools certified. I'm not a Pro Tools guy. Like,
But
I
yeah.
could teach a fucking class on Logic, but I'm not Pro Tools. Dude.
not me, dude. I talk a lot. That's like my that's like
Right.
That's part of the reason why. Another reason why I became like a radio like. You want to know why? Legit, only other job. I've only had one other job.
Ever.
Yeah, ever. ever besides radio. Like I'm #blessed when I talk about like the family and
Right,
friends,
right.
The folks that like struggle to try to, you know what I'm saying, after college graduation and all that shit.
Right, you didn't wait tables. You know,
You were an MC for bar mitzvahs, weren't you?
No. I've only done one bar mitzvah in my life and got paid. So Jewish
what I'm saying, man.
Jewish families, if you want to, you know what I'm saying.
that's what's up. It's just a bunch of 13-year-old mats
Yo,
running around and
my-
be like, come on.
man.
My girl Betty sets that stuff up. She just got Cardi paid to do a bar mitzvah.
That's what I'm saying.
Jesus.
Listen, if she needs somebody to be
I'll
there to
tell
MC
her.
it before Cardi, like I'm the #1 night jock in New York City. Holler at
That's
me.
right. He will Cardi be there.
I will Cardi. Love that.
I gotta get
But-
this one in, guys. And it's always, I'm not on my game usually with this, but it's, you know, never
Nailed
too
it.
late for a.
Hey.
I got the app, man. I got it on my phone.
I might have to.
Is
download
there?
that app.
Are you a bar guy? Do you like to go grab a drink?
Now let me tell you what my first fucking job was.
Oh,
bro.
shit.
What's your first job?
My only
Sorry,
other
I'm
job.
ADD.
Yeah, no, me too. But I was Chuck E. Cheese.
Nah,
Swear to
that's
God.
amazing.
Swear to God.
How long?
Like my sophomore, junior, and senior year of high school.
That's
Like yeah, so
amazing.
I was
You
a
went
birthday
in.
host, and I was dressed up as Chuck E. Cheese.
So by the end of your job, like you were the dude that people like asked you how it worked, and you were like, "Yo, this is how it works."
Yeah,
you
yeah.
did it that long.
Yeah, exactly.
what's up.
That's what's up. That's exactly what I was, and I had the right proportions, like body proportions for the costume. Like
Yo,
you know how
that's
when you go to like
crazy.
Disney and they dress
Oh,
like
right.
they go through the whole boot camp and you can only
Oh,
be a
yeah.
certain size or look to be a princess, to be Mickey, to be Pluto, just so you fit the costume. I was the right size to fit the costume where I wasn't too tall to where things looked wonky, and I wasn't too short, you know, and I was like the perfect height for like kids. And
It
all
was
that
the fucking. You were the glass sipper of
I was
Charles
the
E. Cheese.
Yeah,
You were
East
the
Dance for
glass
Entertainment.
slipper.
Yeah, man.
Glass slipper, man.
Yep, that was my gig. Get off your damn phone, bro. Like,
Yeah, hang up and hang out. All right.
I
Come on.
literally was looking at the time. Sorry.
All right, no, just fuck with you.
Cool,
But,
guess I'll go fuck myself.
Bar guy, nah, man. The only time I go out to be real is like when you're in town, like when the guys are around, when families, like for real. I rarely go out. Even last night after the concert, and I had to beeline home. I hit Logan because I knew Logan was like wanting. He was like, man, I might pop out. I might, hit me with a
Yeah.
text.
Did you guys go straight back?
Did you guys go straight?
We went to the hotel, and then he and the family just went and grabbed food because
Yeah.
they were all super hungry, and then I just went up.
By the way, we talked about this in the green room, dude. How come you guys don't have any food on the rider?
Oh yeah, me and
we do.
Maxwell were pissed about that yesterday.
I know we do, but since Jake's the headliner, a lot of the times like support riders like won't get met because
Jake doesn't have food on his rider, I don't think, huh?
No, we were more pissed about Jake not having food
Yeah,
on track
yeah.
because we went to his green room.
We got food on our rider,
Oh, okay,
but we're a
yeah.
support act on this tour,
Yeah.
and so it's for the size venues that we're doing, they usually don't accommodate
Yeah,
for that.
but still, yeah,
like,
I feel you.
so like I don't know, but like Jake, I think just eats fucking protein.
Yeah, he's like
shakes
protein
all day.
shakes,
That's
dude.
it, man.
Yeah, that's all. Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. Because
And
so
one of my sisters said the best thing. He's walking out to go to stage, and she goes, "You definitely just did push-ups before, like."
Oh,
you
yeah.
went on stage."
Oh,
He
absolutely.
goes,
oh yeah, of course. Oh yeah, he has his little push-up
Yep.
bars.
He does it, man.
But like so. We were talking about bars and stuff like that, and like so I don't go out. I mean, I hit Logan. I was like, man, I'm headed home. I need to grab some grub and Game of Thrones. Like that's like
Did you
That's
watch
what they
it?
did. They went and grabbed food.
Yeah,
I've never watched an
I'm not-
episode.
all right,
Me
dude,
too.
I'm not going to
Never
say
done it.
anything.
You can say all you want. We don't watch the show.
No,
you
like-
watch Game of
I
Thrones.
stopped, like season 3.
Man, shit is fire, bro.
Yeah.
That dude, it's so good.
Is there a lot of dragons?
There's only 3 dragons.
Are there wizards?
No, there's no wizards.
Are there magic?
There is magic. There's a few.
The White Walkers are just zombies,
The
right?
White Walkers are pretty much zombies from the Night King. He's able to,
Control them.
He's able to, raise the dead.
It's kind of like the ghost force in Return of the King, Lord of the Rings.
It's
Absolutely.
It's pretty sick. So anyway, that's why I didn't go out. I don't really go out. I'll hit up Marquee with the guys.
Yeah,
when you're here
totally.
in town. I'll hit up anyone in town. Shout out to
But that's the
folks
thing.
in
It's
town.
like it's not a party all the time.
It's not a party all the time, dude.
Right.
Yeah.
Nah, man. Nah, it's and again,
That should have wear you out, man. Like,
That's why I save it for like family and friends when I know it's
Exactly.
really gonna be like a lituation, dude. When because then there's those times I go the fuck in though, bro.
Like Atlantic City?
like Atlantic City, man. Yeah, I don't know how I survived
Yo,
that
that
night.
shit was crazy.
Oh, I don't know how I survived.
he
Every
came
time
out to Atlantic City. It was a shit show.
it
was
was
just
nuts.
madness.
Yeah, it was. I don't know how, but
That's
you know what I mean.
amazing.
That's what you got to do with your family. Say like you said, like Croatia. Like you know what I'm saying. You just got to do it.
Dude, how crazy was that they played like right after?
Yeah.
So we played in Croatia minutes after they won on PKs against France in the World Cup.
Yeah, it was sick. Dude.
That's unreal.
It was like, dude, the stadium was so electric because it was like second round
nuts.
PKs. They win, beat France like in double
Some crazy-
PK, triple overtime.
Right.
People going nuts everywhere, and we jumped on stage
That was a sick ass. That was a
in a
sick ass
stadium.
Trip, dude. Yeah.
That's
in
like
a stadium.
That's like literally the closest thing to throwing gas on a fire that I've ever heard in my life. Like,
That's what it was.
yeah, man.
That's what it
Like,
was, man.
That's what's up.
No, like seriously, look. I'm gonna show them both a photo from that show
Yeah.
that literally embodies everything that we're saying right
I think
now.
I peaked at that. Like that might have been
Right.
Yo, man, it was such a situation.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
Oh,
look,
shit.
Yeah. Look at the ultra.
Oh yeah, I
that's
think
the
I
ultra
saw
stage.
that. Yeah.
I mean, it was just
Dude,
like
that's just insane.
and that's. I mean, so that's the only time that I go out.
what's
Man,
up,
I might
Peter.
catch like I might dive bar it up every once in a while. I might do like a dive bar with some friends like right after work, but not.
Yeah, but that's a vibe though.
That's
That's
just
not like hitting the nightlife.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that's different.
I'm just nah. I've done that. Been there, done that. You know what I
Really?
mean? Yeah. I mean, like
Do you
but
go to
still.
like PDT ever?
No.
Do you know PDT?
No.
Please don't tell. I have to bring you.
To bring is speakeasy right here in the
It's
city?
the dopest speakeasy in the city.
Please tell me.
It's in a hot dog shop,
Okay. All right.
Lower East Side.
Yeah. No, man.
And there's like a secret door through like a phone booth. It's wild.
Yeah,
They have the
Jimmy.
best old fashions in the city.
I'm good with an old fashioned,
yeah.
dude. Is it a place that like do I bring a girl?
Yeah,
Do
no,
I-
it's like a place that like me and you would go with like my girl and your girl.
all right. I have to
hang
find
to the
somebody.
thing.
Or
for it.
I just go with Kyle and we hold hands.
Yeah.
The heart wants what it wants.
Something I know. Last time I went with Kyle, he made me hold his pocket.
Hold my pocket. Dude.
Yeah, that's
I
me,
love
man.
that so much.
That's me. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm playing footsies over here with you, J Bug. Hey, hello. Oh man.
So what is on the horizon for Maxwell? Like
Yeah, what's coming up?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Well, I mean, I'm working a lot at the station, man. Not even gonna front, dude. I'm really just starting to. I really want to imprint, my brand a little bit more, in the world, in the Z100 world. Really just kind of establish myself as, an entity aside from this massive brand, which is huge.
Sure.
You know what I mean? But it's cool because I have a load of resources to be able to do those kind
And
of
it's a
things.
really
So-
interesting time
Yeah.
for you, right?
yeah, man. So I'm just really wanting to, jot down like loads of notes, think of, some other creative digital ideas, that I can bring to not only the company, the station, but just to really solidify myself as that independent brand, that the company will find more value in, and then, you know what I'm saying, compensate, properly. You know what I mean?
Well, because isn't Elvis moving more towards like an executive role?
Yeah. I mean, Elvis he's the GOAT. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Elvis is
No,
he's
for
the
sure.
godfather of it all. So he's not going to be around forever. So
Exactly.
again, going to what we were saying earlier, it's like our company's going to eventually need somebody who's going to be the next Elvis.
Right,
Whether or not it's going to be me, I don't know. But what I
But you
want
want
to
to
do,
at least put yourself in the best position
100%.
for them to
100%.
evaluate that.
100%. And that's what it is. It's like, one of the parts that I've been able to do a lot is with our national, programming platform is I've been able to host a lot of live concert events that we do. I've been able to go and
you do
more
the
red
Dunkin'
carpet
Donut.
stuff. We do. We got a music lounge that we have in our studio. I'll go for some of the.
Yeah,
the-
Logan and I've done that twice.
Yeah, that's what I'm
It's
saying.
been Dunkin' both times. It's been dope as fuck.
It's the dopest thing ever. So
Yeah.
I get to do and host a lot more live events, not only just for locally for Z100, but also for iHeartRadio nationally.
Oh, yeah.
Because the thing is like there's gonna be those times where Elvis might be out doing something. He's top of the food chain for us. But what I want to be is I need to be that guy that's gonna be there when Elvis can't be. I need to be
Totally.
that guy that's in everybody's mind. It's
Do we
like,
need to
oh,
make sure that Elvis can't be there sooner?
No, but I mean,
as we bust out the metal bats in the studio?
I remember
But-
driving to school, 16-year-old high school 10th grader in
Yeah,
my
yeah.
blue Firebird Camaro.
Yeah.
And listening
Those
to,
two cars never overlap, Matthew.
it's the same car by two different brands. Pontiac Firebird and the Camaro are the exact same
No, I
car.
know that there's both GM and they
No,
both.
no, the car's the same.
No, I know that the chassis frame and the motor are all the same, and at that time it would have been an LT1 engine. I know. I'm
This
just saying.
motherfucker.
I'm just saying branding, man. Firebird Camaro is not how
Fine.
you would say that.
Fine, I misspoke.
So what did you drive? What did you drive? Did you drive a Firebird?
Yes,
Or
a
Camaro.
You drove a
Firebird.
Firebird. You said
Yeah.
it was blue?
Baby blue.
Baby
like North
blue.
Carolina blue.
Oh shit! That a custom paint? I don't think
Yeah.
that came from Pontiac, man.
Nope. Baby blue. Baby blue. I was a big Jordan fan.
Roasted,
That's what's up, man. No, so you saying
Roasted.
were you about to say that
I
you've been
just listened
driving
to
you've been listening to
phone,
Elvis from like
phone
Yeah.
taps
OG,
every morning,
man. Yeah,
OG.
that's what's up.
OG. So he's the GOAT. So, to get to it, it's just he's a dude. I just want to make sure that I'm, setting myself up. I'm not coming from this. I'm not coming for your gig, Elvis. But
Oh, no,
I
no,
get the
man.
opportunity to learn from the best. Why not?
Well, I think I dude, completely agree
Yeah.
with you, and I think a lot of people in your position too. Like, I think that you've got the right position. It's just like I think you have the right mentality and the right perspective. It's just like. Again, it comes all the way back to what we were talking about earlier, man. It's just about people, it's about relationships. Like this, like we all know how the industry works, and so you always just got to posture yourself to make sure that people know that you care about them first,
That's what
more
it
than
is.
anything else. And
That's
Yeah,
so,
the people that win together win longer.
exactly,
Damn, I love
exactly right. That's some Lombardi shit right there.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah. And so no, and so you good? No, just turn it back to you. Just rotate. Yeah, good.
There you go.
No, Matt's a bull in a china closet.
Yeah,
literally.
for real, dude.
Oh yeah, dude, I am bad.
No. And so, like, you also, I think the other end of that too. I mean, you didn't say this, but I mean, like, knowing how you approach your career and like who you are, like, it's like you're like, no, I'm not gunning for the job.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I get it. It's okay. But the other end is like, but I also am like a veteran member of this team.
Yes.
And I also care about my company. I
Yes.
care about my family. And so, like, I would be doing them a disservice if I didn't also put myself in a position to where they could
100%.
rely on me if they needed me.
That's
you know
it.
what I mean? So it's
That-
like
you nailed it. You 100% nailed it. That's exactly what it is. I'm wanting to make sure that I'm that I'm that guy that's primed and ready when my shot is called. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yo,
That's
we need
what's
you to
up,
step
man.
up and sink the bucket. So it's like, that's what's next for me, is just to continue to do like those type of things, to just put my, what I can do, my talent, front facing. So
Yeah.
that way it's, when my number's called, you know what I mean? It's
What is your number? What's your favorite number?
Oh, my favorite number. Oh, dude,
Like your jersey. What's your jersey?
man, I go with 6. I have 3, 6,
6?
and 12 are my
I'm
numbers.
what's
3.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah, 3's
Yeah.
me.
I'm 4. Fuck all you multiple
Yeah,
guys.
whatever it is. Yeah.
I'm prime number, right? First
Yeah.
number divisible
3
by itself. You
3
know?
is I was 3, 6, and 12. Like those are my
I was
my
3
numbers.
throughout high school.
Yeah, dude. We weren't privy enough to have single digits. So anyway, went to a fancy school and shit. All right.
Damn.
Nah, man. But yeah, that's me, dude.
Is there anything that you want to plug?
Nah, dude. Like, am I supposed to like talk about? Can I drop my like IGs? And
Yeah,
shit?
yeah.
Absolutely. I mean,
100%.
we'll have socials and we'll share
we'll have all
everything
that
like
stuff.
that's gonna go out. You
But
know,
nah,
so
I mean, just for real. All it is.
Well,
is
I mean,
just,
no. Actually, you know what? Talk about your weekly.
like the show and everything.
Yeah, and also what do you call it?
Oh,
Maxwell's
and
5.
Maxwell approved. My
Yeah,
little
yeah.
playlist. Yeah. So that's another thing. It's creating different type of. So my Maxwell approved. Out those playlists we have on our free iHeartRadio app, I curate a playlist where I get the chance to really just kind of put my. The songs that I'm fucking with before their huge, massive radio hits and before all that kind of stuff. It's just like, I gotta keep my ear to the streets, dude. And I'm watching what's happening on socials.
That's
I'm
what's
watching
up.
things going on. So I'll throw together my little Maxwell approved playlist, get my little stamp of approval.
But
on
that
our app.
started, and correct me if I'm wrong, on your Instagram,
Yeah.
and then iHeart came in and
Yeah,
supported
yeah,
you,
yeah.
right?
So I was just like, I was just picking songs,
tight.
and I was just like, yo, let
Yeah.
me go and let's make this something. And then we developed it into a weekly like video series that we do for
Right.
the iHeartRadio YouTube channel, and
And
you know,
that's
so-
what you're saying. Like iHeart is there to
100%.
grow and to
100%.
impact the ideas that you have.
That's all I'm trying to do, man. That's
There
all
you
I'm
go.
trying to do is use the resources that we have. So you can catch that on our iHeartRadio app. What else? I mean, my IG. I'm always just like, what I'm saying.
What is
popping
it?
Off. Oh, in Maxwell's house, like Instagram. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? In the Maxwell's house.
yeah, we're gonna share all that. We'll
Yeah,
get all
stuff,
that good
dude.
love out there whenever
Yeah.
this
But
episode
again,
comes up. Dude, thank you for being here, man.
this is cool as
Thanks
hell.
for taking the time to come chill with us. And
I'm gonna go see Endgame.
Yeah,
I can't believe it, dude. I can't believe
that's
it.
what's up.
Yeah.
So.
Thanks for having me. For real,
Dude,
for real.
for real. Thank you for being
Nah,
here,
this
man.
is great.
Like, we're glad that we were able to make it work. All of us being in the same city at the same time.
Yes.
We'll put this out soon,
This is
sooner
gonna
than
come
later.
out. Yeah, no, I think this should be one of the next ones out.
Yeah, for sure.
So, thanks so much for everything, man.
Of course. Whatever you need. I'm
Dude.
here.
Cool, guys. Thanks so much. Love you.
Yeah.
Bye. See you guys.
Peace.